history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates. We are the ones telling born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre.
Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre.
Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre.
Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre.
Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground. Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre.
Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here to through the city gates.
We are the ones telling might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides think using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. And this is our moment.
I'm back.
Hello everyone, welcome back. This
Yeah.
is Looking Bear and this
This
is
is Brett.
this is
Brett.
a lovely Conqueror's bread. And now we are expecting for the another round of battle. It will happen in between BBYK and Dawn. Both team are from Japan.
Yeah, both team are from Japan. And for the last game, I sent a rock.
Yeah.
And so
And can we
yeah.
expect
No.
another
Yeah. I'm asking you.
Wow, I didn't expect for that. Maybe I could give out a rap or a poem.
A poem. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
BBYK.
Instead, could you please give us some brief introduction of what happened in last stream?
Just because the both teams they are come from Japan.
Yeah.
And on the last Saturday,
Yeah.
it's a very big day for CBL because that was the draw day, and we also have a very special event in Japan. The Shaka and Shibuya Haru, and they led their team, kind of to have a friendly battle. Yeah, very great show. And you guys also can say this one.
Yeah.
It's like I was the Mr.
No. Please don't. Please keep his spirit and his body here.
Okay,
And
alright. It's very cute.
yeah, it's very cute. Because it's stand up, please.
Yeah, looking back. Oh, you
And
can say
Brett.
your name.
Yeah.
The Brett. Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica, to introduce our
Yeah,
again.
thanks
To
for doing
introduce
that again.
us
Yeah.
again.
Next game will be BBYK versus Dawn. I think both teams are pretty new to our CBL.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure about Dawn, but I'm sure that BBYK is a brand new team. We welcome all the new teams join us.
To join us,
this,
not only
this
Conquerors
grand
Blade, but
tournament.
also CBL. And so everyone, if you've ever watched the previous battle, you could see that both previous teams they choose first is the Halon Field, and it's pretty classical one, and a new version, not a new version, but an updated version of Algolia, and I'm not sure if our Japanese players their choices are similar to previous one or not.
And I want to do a kind of pronounce. Like on this Wednesday, the day after tomorrow, we will do the draw for the SA division.
Wow.
SA division.
Yeah.
Actually, if you guys are coming from the South America and you are part of the SA division, so still tuning and make sure you won't miss it. This is very important for you guys.
Yeah, and also for other players from other countries, I believe you would not want to miss out the divisions as well.
Yeah, this season is absolutely great.
Absolutely
Because
great.
we have been consecutively feeling the great passion from all players from Japan. For this, we have a lot of new players from Japan, and other regions. Yeah, we are very thankful for all of your passion, and it's because of you guys that makes Conquest Blade go so far. and we absolutely will make Conqueror's Blade be better and better in the future with
for
your
you,
support
for
and
all of you.
with your everlasting love. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so romantic. It's even
Yeah.
better than your rap. Please do more.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So I believe now two teams, they are now had a well preparation, and we are just expecting for both teams to do the ban pick for the map. All right.
yeah.
So I believe every warlord we can expect for two teams' behavior.
Do you think they will choose the Heilong Fjord? Which map is your favorite map? I will ask it in this way.
Well, Heilong Fjord.
Heilong Fjord.
Yeah, because I've watched your game overview.
Oh, okay.
So it really gave us some. It really gave us some mature strategies to claim different points, and I believe we could have some different gameplays and different unit choices on Heilong Field.
Yeah.
You can use not only
just
cavalry
like
but also
not
ranged
like the normal one.
infantry. Yeah, especially the Chikido. It left me a great impact on that.
Yeah.
And I believe now two teams are ready. And Jessica, could you please help us to switch the?
I say the map.
Yeah.
It's a Warfort. Yeah, we will make a short introduction to this map. Yeah, you can say Warfort.
This actually Warfort is a classical start from our game launched.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really classical one.
It's not that new map, but it's very classic.
Yeah, but very classic, and it has been selected for several times in previous CBLs as well.
It's a pretty popular map in CBL actually. Yeah.
Well, a quick one is now we could see is kind of like pretty balanced classes choice and really balanced unit choices.
Yeah, and you can say the defender side they picked like a squad of cavalry first at the the first lineup. Yeah, you think they will do something with their cavalries as the defenders? Yeah, the game starts.
I believe we should do some preparation correct here because the blue team is done and the red team is BBYK. Am I right? Please correct me if I got wrong.
Yeah, the defender directly go to their point B because the point B is kind of also isolated from other points.
Yeah.
The bridge between point B and the other points can be destroyed. Yeah, and also you can say a supply point down there. Normally, the attacker team will take over the supply point first because it's kind of undefendable for defenders. It's too far away, and then I think they will have for the point A because if you take over the point A, you will have a very good view
advantage
on point C.
Yeah.
You can set artillery there. Oh, you can say the defender side now they use their artillery to attack the bridge. They are not shooting for nothing. They just want to crack the bridge. Yeah, because the bridge is destroyable.
Yeah, and they want to cut off the only road to the wall, I guess. And now, I believe this is a valid damage. This is a valid attack because nobody wanna go through the bridge.
Yeah. Oh, you can say the figure in the show maidens. This is seasonal unit. Now the attack side they are retreating.
Oh, another valid one. But as we can see that there are several chopper ships.
Oh, the bridge is correct.
Yeah. And they changed their roads to they want to go and find another road to another way.
The strategy that the attacker side, the defender side that they took this time is kind of different from the past games. They chose to defend the point B partly, but not just abandon their point B because most teams will abandon their point B They think the point B is so far away, so hard to defend. So normally they will abandon their point B and give it up, like the free gift to all the attackers. But this time it's kind of different. Yeah. But most of defenders they are around the point A, and the attackers they are trying to get through the city through the right siege tower. But the siege tower is still moving forward.
Yes, exactly. As now we could see, another siege tower was broken again.
Yeah. Every time when I play this map, I will take advantage of the right side siege tower because you can say the right side of the city wall is kind of stretched out of the city. It's a very good way to get in, and then you can through that way to the point A, and then to the you use the good view of the artillery there to attack the point C, and then use the use the defenders.
Okay, great to see you back here, guys.
Hi guys, nice to meet you today.
Yeah.
Good morning and good evening to South American players. How are you? Have a good night.
I hope you do. And we'd like to apologize for some technical issue, like made this whole match postponed for almost half an hour. Half hour.
I'm sorry that you have to tolerate an hour video loop.
Yes, but anyway, the match is finally be able to start, right?
Yeah, and the battle initiates. So let's go to see what will happen in the first match of South America Division.
Okay, the first match will be between Gan Office and Baradin.
Yeah, that is the first match in South America Division, and we don't know very much about these two teams, so we are very looking forward to their performance on this match. What will they do? What strategies they are going to bring, and what surprises that we can do, and what's the difference between South American players and Asian Pacific players.
Well, just can't wait. I don't know what's the differences, but in previous season, I believe I rarely see them playing coverage. I don't know if things going to change this time. I'm very looking forward to it. As you know that yesterday we just witnessed the top 4 team in our Pacific Division. And tonight, on the upcoming match, we will also have top 2 team in Asia Pacific Division. But on the other side, we're gonna put our South America teams back on the stage, right?
Yeah,
you just can't wait for that.
First of all, let's enjoy this match for South America Division.
Alright, so first match is picked by Gan Office. We're going to the Very Fortress.
Very fortunate, so let's see what they are going to do at the very beginning. Normally, the point A and the point B will be given up by the defender, so I'm not sure if the defender team on this map will still choose the same strategy.
Yeah, let's see if Barbarians are going to defend it. In some of the defender would choose, as you said, to give up on point A and B since they are so so easy to attack and be hard to defend. On the other side, point C have some platform, some stage, and you can use artillery properly as defender to stop your opponents. But this time, Barbarians had not yet fall back to the castle, so we just have to wait and see what they're going to do. Now that siege tower pushed, battering, processing.
Yeah, and we can see the majority of the defender teams is around the point B, and it seems that they are focusing much more on the point B instead of point A. And we can see one hero from the team Gam is climbing the wall. I think they are going to make some tricky attack to the A point, but
that's a friendly fire.
I think all of
you got fired by them.
Take care of the fire and don't hurt your teammates, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can see the team members from Barbarians are heading to the point A and trying to defend the A point A.
Oh, this
okay.
musket guy.
The musket, I think he just fall down.
Okay,
down the
rest
wall.
in peace. Or we could say this, rest in peace. And now that both siege tower connected, Barbarians show no signs of retreating. They are going to welcome their opponents here on the city wall, I think.
Yeah, they are going to. We can see the Gami is already gathering his team, and they are going to take the first attack to the point A. But some of them retreating in Ga. They prepared enough to do this first attack.
Okay, infantries and archers all sat. I think there's still a little amount of time before Barbarians get fully gather. On the other side, Gan Office have their units on the siege tower. The loyal guard at the front know they're going back. Probably this not the exact timing they want. So they're gonna retreat and wait for a perfect timing when their teammates all grown up, all set and ready for that. And on the other side, the point B siege tower, this one would be more critical. If that B siege tower connected, it would endanger the B point and the supply line for defenders. So that siege tower must be destroyed.
Yeah, and we can see the Tiger team is still outside of the city. I think they are still waiting for a better moment to start their first attack to the people in A. And we can see there are not too many heroes from Barbarians are defending around the point A. I think they still focus on the point B, and we can see some blue team is now heading to the A point, and now they are taking it over, and the defender team doesn't decide to defend it at all. They retreat, and I think they are going back to the point B.
Yeah, for that, both siege tower connected, both way toward point A got blocked. Barbarian finally decide to fall back, and let's see if they're going to defend point B or just give up both two as well.
Yeah, and we can see the Tiger team has already taken over the point A, and I think they are now heading to the point B.
We're not sure about that. Now that Game Office took over point A, they were heading right after to the supply point and ensure their own supply line. On the other side, Barbarians, they have to decide which point they would like to defend and which would not. in the certain situation, it seems like they are going to. Some of them are going to defend that supply point, and some of them are lingering around point B. No idea which of the point are they going to defend at last. And now we can saw that Berserker fighting against troops or of loyal guard.
Yeah, but this situation escaped successfully. Good luck. Good luck. And we can see the attack team divided their team into two lines, one heading to the center point and one heading to the point B. Well, I think on this map, the teamwork for attackers is very crucial. So sometimes the separation is not a very smart decision.
Yeah, but in under certain situation that barbarians going to hold both point, it's fine if like divide themselves into two and attack both. It's also smart that barbarians hold on to this supply point. That could make sure that game office couldn't get a fast supply inside city. Now now if game office would like to refill their legions, health, um, they have to go way back to the other city. And Barbarian took advantage of their castle firing down and cover raining on the units of Gen Office.
Yeah, the combat between barbarians and game office still is already on. They are pushing forward, and we can see, but they fall to. But their first attempt seems failed.
Yeah, the pikemen in the front, and we got lots of shield at the back. Now that barbarians have no choice but fall back and give out this supply point. Now, Gen Office got everything they would like. Now they got a supply point intercity, even though it's still be raining down from the gunners of barbarians. One short sword still lingering around the point. I don't know what it's up to.
Maybe he just want to try to throw the blue team. And I see another supply point. What's happening on the supply point? I think they are.
Yes, because the attackers already took over the full city wall. Now they are using the advantage of the high ground to firing down some artillery, some long range units. They would like to attack a supply point before they get point B, or probably do it at the same time. Lower the guard and the pikemen gathered. This is formidable, strong, and anyone dare approach will be teared into pieces. Now this is the greatest part. Now that the A supply point got taken, Gen Office got all they need, as I said, to took full control of the intercity. Barbarian did not focus on their back, therefore we can saw that Gen Office already find their way to point C.
Yeah,
and whatever left it at point B and B supply point would get themselves into trouble. They might be surrendered by the units of Barbarian of Game Office, pardon me. But luckily, the attention of Game Office is up to point C.
Yeah, and we can see still a group of blue team is heading to certain point.
Oh, I saw the vehicle sauce. This is what we like to end. This is smart. They headed directly to another supply point. This one must be taken over because so less of the barbarians units left it here. No shield, no pike, nothing to stop that wing hussars rushing and deal tons of damage. There goes down the members of barbarians, and it's just times matter before Gen Office fully took control of that supply point, and after that point C, and then after that they will go back and took point B.
Yeah, after they take over this point, supply point, it's very easy for them to have a quick assistance to attack point C, and we can see the barbarians don't take too much units to protect point C instead of they give up B point directly. It's a little dangerous for the defender team as the blue team has much more units than them, and they have almost six minutes left to attack the final base.
Yeah, it is. And let's see how Barbarian's going to defend us. It seems like they still wanna put some defender around point C, but look at the units they have right now. They are already 300 units less than their attackers.
And now the attackers is starting to push forward to point C, but we can see the barbarians don't take any defense around this point. It's
Yeah,
they already give up to protect it and back to the final base to defend the final.
It would be so dangerous for them to define point C. Attackers got three entrances, left entrance, right entrance, and the supply point. They couldn't have defend them from all directions. And you, as we can see, the units Game Office brought, they are high tiers units. We got Shield Maiden, we got Wing Hussars, we got the Pikemen. Oh, they are ready to tear their opponents into pieces. So it's wise barbarians fall back under the shelter of their castle.
Yeah, and we can see the game office has already controlled the whole outside part, and they are waiting. The best team, and the main gate is already broken. They are waiting for a good time to to initiate their first attack. Now we can see a small group of blue team is waiting around the left door to give some tricky attack to barbarians.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that barbarians let Gandalf took over the control of the city wall. We're glad that they finally got him back and they were bait under the fire of the championship. This was smart, Gandalf. And Gandalf's member and units still trying to, took control of the city wall. That high ground would definitely help. And their attackers' units gather at both gates. I believe they were going to attack at the same time. This will make barbarians very hard to defend two sides at the same time.
Yeah, defenders separate their teams still into two lines, one from left side, one from the main gates. So, we can see the barbarians put the majority of their units at the left side instead of the main gates. So, and the final base is covered by the trebuchets. We can see there are still 6 trebuchets left for the attacker team, and 300 units more than the defenders. So,
what do you say? I would say it's a little bit hard for them.
I had to say good luck and work hard for barbarians to defend their final base, as there are 6 minutes left. You have to struggle to defend their final points.
This must be hard. I didn't see a lot of artillery in the previous match, so I believe the attackers still got tons of them to be used in the final base. Watch out if any of the grape shot got builded. And now that a lot of Gan office members climbing up the city wall, Barbarian got no choice but fall back and give out the high ground. Oh no, they might have to fight back because the high ground is so crucial. The low guards and the berserkers coming out, but the pikemen over there to welcome you. The hero must use their own ability to open the gate for its unit, or else it will just like what berserkers what happened to berserkers. They got muted. And now Imperial got pushed into the Pike Milita, but the one standing on the high ground always had that advantage. And I believe I saw some Royal Genesis. Oh, this one's brutal.
Yes, the defender side want to interrupt their attack from this downstairs, but they fought because of the assistance from the archers from game office. So now we can see the game office is already entering the city, and that they are pushing forward to the final point.
Yeah, the Wind Hussars charging, but another groups of Wind Hussars from defenders are there, ready to stop them. They rushed, but rushed into nothing. So now that both cavalries have rushed, it's time for them to retreat and wait for their city countdown. on the other side, the city will finally be get back by the barbarians. They got support from back.
Yeah, and we can see Game Office is setting up the arteries and they are preparing the attack from the back and from the main gate. So they are going to start their they are going to start their attack from both.
But not enough with that Imperial Guard and Wing Hussars going in. It would be hard for the barbarian Show Maiden to stand any longer.
Yeah, so we have to see how barbarians will accept this attack from both main gate and from the right side. It's a little hard for them to defend their two lines attack, and we can see the artillery is aiming to the.
Yeah, all artilleries are built now. Gandalf's already took the front gate and the right side of the inner city. It will be very very hard. Like barbarians have devastating try to stop them, but as long as Gandalf took control of the entrance, there's no way for them to stop the opponents from falling into the city. Look at the musketmen lost the back line.
Yeah,
there's no way for him to get him back.
Game Office is approaching to the final base now, and we can see there are a few units left from the barbarians left on the ground. I think they should take some units to help them out, but unfortunately there are only 300 units left for barbarians, which should be the low tier units.
Oh, this one's brutal. The Wing Hussars rush right into barbarians Nava Guard. No one could help this. The Nava Guard, the lower guard got wiped out. We saw a lot of infantry getting there, but the pikeman not ready to form up. But instead, he got stabbed over by the Wing Hussars of the Gan office. Too late for barbarians to form up their formation.
Yeah, carriers are wiping all their units from barbarians from this map. I think, although they take some infantry to anti-cavalry charge, but they won't. They didn't.
It didn't work well because no time for them to gather up. So the final point just got filled by the blue units, and only four of the barbarians units on the ground.
Yeah, but the
too late for them.
Struggling to jump into circle, but okay for the so congratulations, Game Office, to win the first match of Southern Mac Division. Very good beginning. So the MVP from Game Office is Crazy Toss. He got 2 kills, 1 death, and 11 assists. Also killed 122 troops. Also congratulations, Game Office.
And on the other side, barbarians, its MVP is Barbarian Tuntun. And got 2 kills and 2 assists. Also killed 85 troops.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Thanks barbarians and the Game Office to bring us such amazing and interesting match.
Yeah, this one is quite different from the Valley Fortress we've seen before. This one's cool.
Yeah.
Like a lot of differences between their strategy, their understanding of the map. There's nothing as good or wrong in the map understanding, right? It just
it just depends on what you prefer.
Yeah, it's your preference. Therefore, we could look forward for the next match be chosen by the barbarians.
I think it's also Valley Fortress. So just switch the sides to see what the attackers will defend and what the defenders will attack, how they will attack on this map Valley Fortress.
Yeah, that's just going to see the situations, the strategy difference.
Yeah, the strategy and the gameplay is totally different from what we see in Asian Pacific Division. So I'm really looking forward to the battle between South American players and Asian Pacific players. The exchange of different strategies, the exchange of different gameplays, and to see which one is better, and we can see which division will learn from which division.
Yeah, let's see, but we still have a long way to go before we have cross divisions matches. Now that it will be the battle between Gan Office and the Barbarians. Only one of them could left in
Only one-
this
yeah.
brutal
The
tournament,
tournament
right?
is brutal. There is only one winner. The championship will be the final winner, and the rest we will remember what you were doing in the tournament. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner.
Yeah, even though you build up a great and magnificent history, but still your journey would end up here. So both teams cheer it up and prepare your spirit for the next one because you would like to be the one left at this moment.
And thank you so much for joining our tournament. I think it's the first time that we expanded the team to 14 in South America division. I think it's a great start to have a new journey.
Of course.
More and more teams will join Competitive League and have a chance to chase for the final victory. And other old teams can have a chance to play with new teams to see what new teams are doing, what new teams are bringing to this battlefield.
Yeah, like battlefields is always there, but the new team comes, old teams stay. They bring a various of strategy, thousands of different combat in the same map. We have witnessed thousands of map on the Warford, on the Valley Fortress. Each of them are quite different.
Yeah. So, what's your first impression to these two teams after this first match?
I would say that Gen Office is very smart. He know what he should up to. They always headed to the point that Barbarian did not pay attention or did not have strong defense formation. Like the A supply point at that time, Barbarians only sent 5 troops of unit to defend it. Therefore, Gen Office decide to put a lot of units in there just to make a Barbarian give up on that supply point. After getting that supply point, they knew that Barbarians is quite up to point B. They all of their attention would, at point B. Then God Office just choose not to attack it. Why should I? I still got another choice. I got point C. I got another C supply point. Therefore,
they were very aware of what happened on the ground,
yeah,
so they can make a very clear and a very quick decision to. They have a very good teammates. Once maybe the commander said that let's head to the point C, so they are going to the point C and they directly took it.
This was cool. Like they knew everything happening on the board and just trick their opponents. Gen Office, this one smart. And on the other side, Barbarians, they they are good at reacting to different kind of situations.
Yeah, but just practice more and let's see what will happen for Barbarians to attack on this map. Will they still do the same as Game Office took or something different from them? And let's see which strategy will be much better.
Yeah, or let's say whose strategy would end up differently. I would like to see some. I really would like to see some team determined to define point A because we never seen that one, right? Or they are so determined defending point B and C at the same time, even though it would be so hard. It might make things different.
Yeah, but I think many teams decided to define the C points as it's a little difficult for attackers to take it over. But not sure what Barbarians will do on this map. Will Game Office abandon A and B, or they still decided to defend these 2 points and then defend all points?
Defend is all it takes, and we must remember spirits matter. Yeah, like
don't give up at the
don't
finals
give up.
until
That's
the final
what I would like to say.
Yeah.
Just don't give up on anything, even though you're not defending it. It's must for strategy, reasons, not because you would like to give it up.
Yeah,
Prepared for this. I believe all of our players put a lot of effort to practice, to make up the strategy, to negotiate how to fight us. So now that Valley Fortress is about to begin, we're going to see what's the difference between it.
It's really interesting to see those 2 teams choose the same map that we can have a better understanding two teams.
Of course, and that start with the legions they brought.
You can see the attackers.
Still not much.
Don't take. They just take one cavalry. One
Yeah, I
hussar.
believe there's only one wing hussars.
Yeah.
They got gunners, they got royal janissaries, and they got naval guard. But no, they did not bring any. Okay, they bring 2 troops of wing hussars. That's rare. On the other side, defenders they have a lot of wing hussars. I don't know if attackers have enough imperial guard to stop them. If they did not prepare for that, this must be hard.
Yeah, I think barbarians are focusing to the infantry itself to push forward and until the carriage charge from game office side. A little different from the last match. Now the game starts.
Yeah, the game is about to start. Defender brought a few troops of serfs. On the other side, attacker bring quite a lot of serfs that must be used to the siege tower, then the battle ram and all that stuff. Oh, look at all the legions gather up here. Look at the pike. The fight on the front gate must be fierce.
Yeah, I think they are pushing territory forward and nothing has to say on this one. Just the regular start.
Yeah, another regular stuff for Valley Fortress. We are going to see if a defender is going to use the artillery to do some stuff. You know that you are able to destroy the championship as defender. You know that? I believe I have watched some of the fight that defenders destroy out of the championship.
Oh, that is very important that the troubleshoot can cover many points. If not, if this troubleshoot aren't destroyed at the beginning, it will be a risk. It will be very dangerous
it will
for the defender.
Cause a lot of trouble for defender. So you'd better destroy that at the very first stage of the map. And now that it's the time for gunners fighting each others. As we said, that point B's siege tower will be focused by defender because that one will cause you tremendous trouble. The front gate siege tower got lefted. No one cares about it, or probably we do care about it, but there's no way to stop it.
I think
Now that B siege tower is on fire, but it seems like it will make it. It will
it has already
successfully connect.
And the 3 steel tower approaching at the same time.
Yeah, let's see what game office decide to do. Are you going to gather up and defend it? Because your attackers are already climbing upstairs.
Yeah, I think the game office decided to defend point A. They are heading to this point, and we can see barbarians are now gathering their groups at the right and the left siege tower to make attack from the back and
once they fall in from both entrance, it will be so hard. At the time, game office will be the one who got surrendered. Facing enemy from both sides, it will be difficult for them to defend at the same time. And that beautiful mortar firing down right into the place where game office gathered its units, but not enough. Not enough. Game office still holds strong.
But we can see barbarians has already prepared to attack the point A. They are now waiting at the tower, and now there are three players now heading to the point A. But although they put a lot of units here from the defender side, they just make some tricky defense here and then retreat to the other points.
Yeah, I don't know. I still not understand if game office is going to defend this or not. But if they were up to point A, it would be already too late. The barbarians already took over the city wall and sneak around. The long-range units could fire down the supply point and game office whatever they wished.
I think they focus on defending the supply point when the point A taken over by the barbarians, as the majority of teams decided to take the supply point on the point A.
Yeah, and still troops of Imperial Guard got left at the downstairs of that main gate, but no way the Imperial Guard could stand in such amount of unit. Nafa firing down the pikemen, pushing back. The Imperial Guard just got melted, and whatever left over by game office will be, detoured by barbarians. And I saw that Wing Hussars going in, but no enough range for them to raise up.
Yeah, and we can see the many blue teams take a lot of infantry to anti-cavalry charges, so the winner Hussar is already killed by
Yeah, it just fit
useless
themselves.
charge.
Just fit themselves because you look at all this Imperial Guard pikemen. Also, like a Nafa Guard. The pikemen, once the pikemen able to stop the cavalries, Nafa Guard will burn into ashes, like what their Nafa Guard is doing to their opponents right now. But at the same time, I don't know. I think it's Gen Office Gunner, right on the castle and firing down. The inventories of barbarians must to have it damaged before they were able to take full control of the supply point. But all those high tier units, they have Royal Janissaries, they have the loyal the loyal guard.
Yeah, but slowly and steadily, the barbarians are heading to and pushing forward to the Japanese point, and now they are taking it over. And we can see they take some shield meters to buff their units. That is a good situation while using infantry to push it forward.
Yeah, I really like to see infantries push into each other. This one would be prettier than cavalries rushing, because we got all kinds of infantry, but you got only two or three troops of cavalry. You got Wind Hussars, you got your man, and in some circumstances you still got the fire lance, but that's all.
Yeah, that's all for the infantry information. For the infantry push, you can take the pikemen, can take the shield maidens to buff, and the gunners to attack the front enemies at the back.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, that's why infantry attack would be yummier than the cavalry ones.
The attackers is now taking this 3-point B up. Oh,
yeah, the point B give up for free because now they're already heading to point C. Game office must get back here to defend it, because once they get point C, the final boys will be opened. Therefore, this one is the must defend.
Yeah.
You can see all the game office units gather at that supply point. The cavalry ready to go once barbarians set up at the platform.
Yeah, they abandon A point and B point, but they take their cavalry back to the point C to attack, to interrupt the attack from barbarians. And we can see barbarians now is roaming around under the city to decide which gates I need to go.
Yeah, because
this
they just
short sword man is in the circle to.
That one's naughty.
What's
that one's naughty? He just tried to, make
say
some food around. Yeah, say some hello, say some greeting. Like, hey guys, you know what? I'm set foot on C point, and that's what my teammate's going to do. There's no way for you to stop us, even though he is finally rest in peace, but his spirit left it.
Yeah, and we can see the ladders are already onto the city wall, and they are climbing. I think as they all take infantry, it's a good idea for them to climb from the city wall.
Yeah, it is, but the defense from game office all set. Infantry's at the spot they needed. But infantry's at the spot. Cavalry's waited and under the shelter. But barbarians still find some tricky angle to fire onto the troops of game office. This is the time for both artillery firing.
Yeah, now
you can see that mortar and gunners. Yeah, mortar and gunners firing to each others. Look at this. Look at how much artillery they use to poke some damage on the defenders.
Yeah, now the battle between these two teams is still waiting for a good time. The artist is attacking from this way to another side. It's just the trial to attack C.
Yeah, it is. But now it's still time for them to poking damage.
There are still 7 minutes left for the attacker team, and the unit lot is very similar. So hard to predict which team will win on this map.
Yeah, it is. But I would like to mention that Game Office brought a lot of coverage on the side of Barbarians. They did not.
But
and they
But
do
we
not
have to say if the Game Office is good at using coverage charge, as they made a useless charge of Winhusa while defending the supply points.
Yeah, it is that Winhusas must be misused. We could say that infantry are very powerful when confronted with cavalry. No, none of them is better or, you know, worse than each other. It's just all up to skills. Now one of the barbarians shows sword mistakenly climbed up the ladders and trick the Gan office shows sword to fall down.
The barbarians are hiding to this poor guy and kill him.
Yeah, scuba dive. Scuba dive, rest in peace.
Good luck,
and they find it works, so like keep climbing up the ladders to trick their opponents.
Oh, just need to mention one thing, as we are located in Asia Pacific while casting the South American division, so there might be some teleport as the ping is not very good for us.
Yeah, but we still do our best to perform this for our audience.
Okay, they are still roaming around, but now the majority of team are heading to the left gate. They are ready to push it forward.
It seems like because the right gate would be, if they go into the right gate, they might take the risk to be rushed over by the cavalries, because we know how much gain of it is Yeoman and Winhussars is waiting there. This chemist herds right into the center of that troops of Imperial Guard. That one just got destroyed, and whatever left it, the lonely lefted one gather again, but no way for them to stop the upcoming attack. Look at all of these units falling. We saw the Palace Guard, we saw the Pike Militar, but this is not good enough to stop the attackers. Well, we saw gunners firing down, do some tons of damage, another Palace Guard rushing, but this is what we really need, a troops of Great Yeoman charge.
Yeah, but the charge is still interrupted, as I think this short distance can't activate the charge effectively.
Yeah, but that already dealt enough damage needed. Another charge from the Palace Guard and another charge from Winhussars. This one failed, this one don't have time to raise up, but still good enough to, destroy formation of Barbarian.
Yeah, the Barbarian, their first attempt to the C point is partly destroyed by the Game Office, but we can see there are 3 heroes from Game Office is still struggling to take the point C.
Yeah, actually they have already took a huge percentage of point C. It was just their unit didn't fight them for enough time. They don't have enough time to take full control of it. So
and they lost
time for regroup.
Yeah, they lost a lot of units for their first attack. Now they are 200 units less than the defenders. So
yeah, before that team fight begins, they were quite even on their troops number, but for now,
only 3 minutes left, and it's really dangerous for the attacker team to get some advantage on this map.
Yeah, I would say that troops of gunners controller, you guys are a little bit lazy, right? Why you just fire non-stoply at point C? I know your ammo is, your ammo is a lot, but guys, aim some spot. When attackers go in, please aim at the point and it.
Yeah, and we can see some more guy and show Jailblade guy climbing through city wall to interrupt the attack from Game Office from Barbarian. Sorry. Now Barbarians is still is regathering their units from at the left gate and the main front gate. I think they are ready for their second attack to the point C. But please keep in mind that there are only 2 minutes left. It's not enough for you to take a point C if you don't have a better information of your infantry.
Yeah, 1 minute left. This is the final charge for the Barbarian. There they goes from two gates at the same time. But did they notice that the Wing Hussars, the cover is already charged? That championship came too late.
Yeah,
No way to stop the unit melted by the cavalries. Look at this Wing Hussars charge right into it. I don't know the pikeman is there or not, but they charge into the infantries, into the Nafagars, into whatever they got. But now the attackers bring their own units there. The Wing Hussars, we finally saw that. This one, would this cause huge damage or not?
This must be the final chance for the attack team. Take C points or not. That will determine the final result of Barbarians.
Yeah, could they get 2 more minutes or not? Their Wing Hussars rush back and forth on this platform. We don't see lots of Game Office pikemen there to stop it, but we saw the Yeoman. The Yeoman, strong and healthy, show their debuts on the stage and doing tons of damage. They will wipe out whatever left it from the side of Barbarian.
Yeah, the carry from Game Office is now controlling the ground and deal a lot of damage to the Barbarians.
You heard that? That summons you. Not enough for the Barbarians. We saw Sirs, but not enough players. Only 3 of them with 200 units. A lot of them in respawn. No, not good enough. We could already have an early great Game Office.
I have to say congratulations Game Office in advance and only 3 minutes, 3, 2, 1. Okay, sorry, I calculated in advance.
Anyway, great job, Grand Office did to take a 2-0 on Very Fortress. They show their dominance on this map. But we're still gonna introduce the Barbarian MVP, which is still Tun Tun. Nice to meet you again, guy. Bro, you got 1 kill, you got 1 assist, and good for you that you killed 180 troops. This one, cool.
Yeah, the same MVP of Barbaros. I think you are always the MVP of their team. Great work. And from Game Office, that is still crazy to us. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, bro. Hi, bro.
We got 2 kills, 1 death, and 4 assists. Also killed 122 troops. Congratulations, Game Office, to win the second match of today's tournament.
Very cool. So
Game Office took a very classic strategy on this map, like they give up A points, B points, and then they take lots of carries back to defend the point C.
yes, and what if you ask me, I would say that what make their wins it's their use of their legions. They know under what circumstances they could use cavalries, or under what circumstances they will use the long range infantry, or they will use the pikemen. Like when they are fighting around the A supply point, that really surprised me. I don't know why they giving up point A, but they still hold strong on that supply point. But the outcome shows they are doing great decision on that one.
Yeah, I think the Barbaros did a very wonderful push when taking the supply point around the point A. But I'm surprised they don't do it very well when pushing forward to the point C, as they were destroyed very quickly by the cavalry from Game Office.
Yeah, they did not know enough about how to enter cavalries. They should have bring some pikemen or the Imperial Guard to stop it.
Yeah, to bring a better formation of infantry to anti the charge, and then maybe have a chance to take the point C.
Anyway, that one's good, and I can't wait for the next one. Yo, are we going to have the next fight?
I are we going to? I think we should ask Jessica. Jessica, do you
Jessica.
have another match today? Oh, we have to say goodbye to our players. Have a good night, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't know, just come back later to check if we're able to have another tremendous match today.
Yes, I suppose we have.
I hope so. I do hope that. But Jessica, would you give me a confirmed answer?
Nah,
I believe we do.
Maybe
I think
maybe we have a chance to have a rest
Yeah.
and take some breakfast.
I think we're going to have a match between Haka and Triple A.
Good
A,
name? That's a
A.
good name and a good abbreviation.
Yeah. So is Haka one of our familiar houses? Or?
The problem of these teams is this team are all new to me, but the players are very familiar to us. I think you change your team names every tournament.
Alright, so
To
the
be honest, I don't
main
think it's very good for us to remember who you are. To spread your team to other audience, please don't change the name again for the
Yeah,
next
like-
tournament.
Crusader would have changed their name for the first
Yeah,
year
all
they
of
come
us
here.
know Crusaders, their great performance and their great team name.
When we are trying to promote our teams, it would be good if you have a consistent name. If a Crusader come here for the first year as Crusader, in the second year as Crusaders, the third year as Crusaders, then we couldn't have promoted.
We're gonna distinguish you who you are and help you to say hello to the other players.
Yeah, anyway, we will still send our warmly greeting to the Hakas. You guys, the guys are familiar to me, but your team might not.
But
Still.
you are not.
Yeah, we don't know Haka at all. It's brand new for us.
Yeah, the
For
team.
the players, we knew you guys have participating in Conquerors Play League for a long time, like a lot of South America players did.
Yeah,
The
so
problem is just we couldn't recognize every time.
really looking forward to their performance, their new performance, and this brand new tournament. What they are going to take, what surprise they are going to share to us, like the game office and Barbaros did. And we can see the Triple A for the first match. Triple A chose Continentalpolis, and the second map chosen by Haka also chose Continentalpolis.
Wow,
that
this is something.
that is also very good. We also have a chance to see their performance as
Yeah.
attackers and as defenders at the same time to distinguish their ability to as defenders and as attackers. That's very
Absolutely.
good decision, and that is totally different from what we saw in Asia Pacific division.
There must be difference because in Asia Pacific we did not see Continentalpolis this much. Hey, Yo-Yo, do you know what map they banned in map ban picking? Because I would like to know what kind of map they do like and they don't like.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah, Triple A banned Halo Field. They banned.
Oh,
They banned the favorite map of Conqueror's Brand. I think Brand now is crying.
Yeah, I think Lance will be teared out for this is so brutal. How can you not like Helen Field? Helen Field is so scenario and so beautiful. That one is balanced.
Halo Field
Anyway.
is masterpiece left in Conqueror's Brand. Thank you,
Yeah, it
Lance.
is,
We
and
all remember you.
It's our seasonal map.
And
How can you do that? But anyway, how about the Haka? What map did it banned?
Haka banned the Warfort.
Whoa.
Warfort is a very classic map in the tournament, especially the bridge
Yeah.
itself. A poor bridge always be destroyed at the very beginning.
It does. We saw thousands, okay, maybe not that much, but we saw tens or hundreds of Wolford in our Asia Pacific matches, and I was looking forward to seeing you guys show some Wolford. I hope we can saw that.
Yeah, we can have some cooperation between Asia Pacific players and South American
Yes.
players while attacking and defending Warfort, as Warfort is very popular among Asian.
Yeah, but if you don't like that, then we may know the signs. You guys like the Cantinopolis better. This one's great too. It's also one of our seasonal map.
Yeah, Cottonopolis has his own historical background that is very
That's
charming
what I like the
and
most.
interesting. So, do you think of Cottonopolis as a defender or whatever as a attacker?
Absolutely. And for now, we just have to wait for our players to good up. I think they're almost done with that. The match will be start in no time.
Yeah, they are all in the lobby now. I think the match is going to start in 30 seconds.
High possibly. What do you think, Yo-Yo? Could you predict what kind of units they will brought or what kind of strategy they will use on this?
It's hard to say as my whole experience is from Asia Pacific division and the South American strategies is in some way very strange for me. But normally for Cottonopolis they are going to take, but normally the point C is the very
Critical one,
critical
right?
one, and the defenders usually give up defending point A and point B. They focus on point C, just like Valley Fortress, what they did for like Game Office did.
Yeah, probably our level designer make it too easy for attackers to approach to point 8. The city gate could be destroyed, the siege tower will be connected so easily. It's kind of hard to define point 8. But on the other side, point C, mm, they are difficulties, but it's doable for defenders to defend that one. And it's a plus. I don't know if we are going to see some turtles fight this day.
Yeah, but and for defender side, it's really important. Oh, I mean for attacker side, it's really important to attack to destroy the city wall around the C point as soon as possible. If not, they can't make a great attack to the point C. So let's see what will happen. The game now is about to start.
Yeah, it is. We could see this Cantanopolis again.
Okay, this massive and beautiful map now is showing to us.
Alright, Jessica, just show us the troops they brought. I saw a lot of tier fight on the side of Hakka. What about AAA? They bring a lot of you know 4 tiers units and 3 tiers units.
They are going to make they focus on unit numbers. They don't take too much high tier units. All they take is just
They have Loyal Guard, they have the Pikemen, they have Imperial Guard,
and some Naval guards.
Yeah, they also had some of our seasonal units.
Naval guards works very well on this map. They can easily create high damage to the enemy from a little far away, and especially when the attackers attempt to make a tricky attack from the tunnel.
Yeah, but it was like AAA already anticipated what Haka going to brawl. They had a lot of pikemen just in case.
Yeah, so game is going to start, and the strategies of South Americans is about to shown to us. Okay.
Yeah,
there
there goes the battle.
Fortunately, the game starts as usual, as normal.
It seems that Haka brought a lot of low tiers units. We have no idea if they're going to give up on point 8 or not, but before we knew their final decision, it's time for them to use artilleries and some anti-artillery stuff to begin right now.
Yeah, and they put some their unit. Now they are still roaming around the city wall to attack.
Yeah, to build up artilleries, to destroy enemy artilleries. It's just the perfect time to do so. But A888 with those system-based artillery is now firing upon the great city wall. This wall will be destroyable, like the front gate, the wall around supply point 8, and also the wall around point B.
Yeah, on this map, to destroy the city wall is very crucial, as the trap shields can. If not, the trap shields can't cover the critical points if this city wall does be destroyed. And now you can see some little group of attackers is preparing as the
point B, right?
Yeah.
They are firing down that city wall, and to see if defenders give up on point B or not, but seems not.
And now the city tower is approaching without any problem, although
no, why do you guys still push that battering? no point doing so. You could just fire down that main gate. Probably they are going to use that city wall, Probably it's one of their strategy. But we rarely see anybody push that battle ring in this map.
Not sure if you noticed, I saw a dual blade guy from the blue team to join entering the Eternal City, but unfortunately, did he escape successfully? I think he did it.
Oh, I saw that too. Does those two guys use the turtle or not?
Maybe, but normally the defenders will put some of Nafa guards around the tunnel gate.
Yeah, they will put it. Because the entrance of the tunnel is so narrow.
Yeah,
it's kind of easy to defend. Tunnel is rarely be picked by attackers.
Yeah.
Now that
the freebie is taken over, and now they are hiding to. I think they are hiding to that supply points.
Yeah, the supply point will be the next attacker would like. And let's see which they are going to. Is that A supply or is that the C supply?
And apparently defenders give up A and point B as a free gift to the attackers. That is very, as I said before, that is very normal.
Yeah, it's classic strategy for defenders.
So yeah.
The upcoming ones is no certain solution, no classic style. We have no idea what you're going to do around point C and C supply point. And it's time for the attackers. 888 build some long range mortar. That's one fire beautifully because it's out of the range for Haka to build a mortar and destroy that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Way too far for Haka.
Yeah,
and now
people is adding to this supply. They are very close to this supply place. It's very easy for them to push it forward with the distance from their mortar set in long range.
Yeah, look at all that Imperial Spare Guard and loyal guards, and this is so tanky. But on the side of the attackers, they got Expedition 9, they got loyal guard, also tanky and could kill themselves up at the same time, not knowing which one will win. I believe whoever got the Nafar would have better chance.
Yeah, Nafar got great damage to such narrow pace. So and we can
they
see
do.
The AAA. But the AAA is forced to take the supply point. They are retreating from that place, and now another group of blue team is already starts from this downstairs.
Yes, pikemen and spearsmen welcome the attackers on the outer of point C, and here we saw the Imperial Guard and loyal guards fight into each others. believe Hakka have lots of stuff waiting around C supply point, but it will be hard because the mortar firing from the back go precisely into point C, dealing whole tons of damage. On the side of point C, Hakka already at the outer city to welcome their attackers. This one's dangerous as we can see all that mortars aiming here. Your units must undergo lots of poke damage.
But we can notice that the Megates and the city wall still aren't destroyed right now. That is not good for attackers to activate the trebuchets to the point C, and we can see there are still 50 trebuchets left for them.
Yeah, I saw Pike Milita there waiting, but attackers also show no signs
Yeah, so they
to
just
get in.
They just wait
Wait here using the mortars to make the full advantage of their artillery amount.
But the defenders can't wait their attack. They just go outside the city to interrupt their attack directly.
They did. More and more defenders at the outer city. Probably they would like to deal with that mortar. They would able to do it if they have some longboard or musket. They could stand. The defender could stand on the city wall and destroy this mortar, which causing them huge trouble. And that supply point, Jessica, could you give us a sign of that supply point? I don't know what's going on in there. Please, Jessica.
Okay, I think
with me the good map.
The point is already taken care of by AAA. We don't
Yeah,
know what happened before, but
we only knew that previous team fight cost defender around 100 more legions. That one must be brutal inside. And now, with the advantage of that supply point, attackers just go in non-stoply, don't give any rest for defenders. They have go in right now because defenders, have to use the inner supply point to heal up, but don't give them enough time. The infantry is poured in, the blue waves come all over point C.
Yeah,
if I were AAA, this is time to give it up.
That is a very good push. They added a very good teamwork for them to get together and push it forward. And we can see the defenders defend it very well. They just retreat and back to the final base for the final defense.
Yeah, they do. They have to, pull their unit all back to their final base, and they have to give up that supply point, if I would say.
I don't see.
But they seem not to. They're going to defend. Are they going to defend on this ground? I got a feeling that Team Hika doesn't feel like giving up on any of their points, or not only the points, any of their grounds.
They try to defend, but not lucky enough to, and not strong enough to defend the attack from attacker side. And we can see now the blue team has a huge advantage in unit number.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's because they take a lot of tier 4 units.
That might be the cases because Team Hakka still have a lot of high tier units.
So the combat around the final base must be the most fierce and interesting points of this match.
Absolutely, undoubtedly it would be. But now, Team Hakka all set up the pikemans blocking the entrance of this. What do we say? This square, the scrum.
Yeah,
we rarely see team fight happening here. But with the advantage of city wall, with the advantage of high ground, it must be hard for Hakka to stop AAA at this point. As we can see, AAA set their gunners on the city wall, fire at will down upon Team Hakka. There they go, the expedition knight at the front, the pikemen go back, go here, and form up put down the pike.
Yeah, but still HK
Oh, this
prepared very
championship.
well. Oh, the trash pit aimed very well, but the HK didn't even notice it.
No, they don't think so. The ongoing team fight is too fierce. They did not split attention to that championship. But it seems like they successfully stopped this wave of attack.
Yeah, but
But at the same time, strong fight happened at the front gate. We missed that one. All we could see is the blood left on the ground.
Yeah, it must be the most furious combat. As we can see, the units from both sides has suddenly dropped around 400 or about around 200 units.
It did, because
Now
Haka at the same time have to took the poke damage of championship, and the mortar artillery is fired by AAA.
And AAA is regathering their units at this narrow gates there, but the narrow gate is
Oh, I saw that
the
Nadochi chase their opponents down, but I don't think there's way for him to get back. Oh yeah, he did. The Nadochi successfully get back from the back line of opponents. 9 minutes left, 1 point to go.
Yes, now the whole ground back to the preparation and just waiting for the second furious combat happen on this narrow gate. Will they still choose this narrow gate to attack, or they will choose from the destroyed wall? So we can see the wall still here and doesn't be destroyed.
Yeah, the city was still intact. Don't know why, but no longer matters, and just AAA might be my planning something up to this.
Yeah, maybe this narrow gate is their main focus to push forward. They push forward.
Alright, I think they are now working on it. The mortar fire toward that city wall.
They not just roaming around.
Alright, that what you expected had been done. The city wall destroyed. AAA guaranteed themselves a new entrance into the square, but Haka is also smart enough to
units behind this city wall that is very. I mean, you have to do it.
Yeah, but Haka's already there. The pikemen set up.
Yeah.
There goes the Imperial Guard getting first. Troops after troops of Imperial Guard, all tanky and powerful.
Yeah, and we have seen AAA doesn't take any colors, so no need to worry about the pikemen set by the Haka.
Yeah, troops of name camp archers. Rare to see you guys. Their arrows will cause you bleeding.
To be honest, Namkan is very popular among South American players, which is totally different from what we see in Asia Pacific matches.
Now is the time for AAA to fall into the squad, two entrants at the same time. Which one is Haka going to defend?
I suppose it should be the. Well, I think they fall to defend it. I don't see any.
Yeah, with
HKA.
all that truth of Expedition Night falling in, so hard for Team Haka to stand upon this. That truth of Gunners. No, you wasted that truth of Gunners.
Yeah.
Not fall back in time. Got melted. This Wing Hussars charge into the pikemen, doing damage, but themselves got destroyed.
Yeah, their charge doesn't work very well in front of the pikemen. So it's very good for AAA to take this pikeman when pushing forward to the Eternal City. And now the second point is taken by themselves. It's very easy. Now it's much more easier for them to recall units back to the ground. And now the Hakan is roaming around the final base. They are just struggling to defend this base.
This must be painful. They got not much unit left, and now AAA is at the gate. 5 minutes to go. Haka still have to struggle for 5 minutes. And I believe that championship just got a pretty kill.
Yeah, but there are still 11 championships left. I think they saved their championships to this point.
Oh, it's quite surprised that previous fight did not cost Triple A so much championship. They could like invest them all on this final base. And
Yeah.
look at this. Look at that fire into the final square.
The final base is covered now by the championships, and the Triple A is already preparing as make it at the right side. At the right side.
Undoubtedly, and also attackers go in from the right side entrance with pikeman, Imperial Guard endangering the Haka.
Oh yeah, but Haka is a little endangered because a lot of carries before the left unit may not has as high quality as what Triple A take. Now Triple A is cutting their attack initiates.
Absolutely. And now with all these tier 4 units and tier 3 units, they are formidable. I don't know what Haka still left it to greet them, but this ones must be hard. I saw Nafar firing. I saw the fire lance go in and out, but they're doing not enough damage to stop their opponents. Probably they do enough with the fire lance, with those high tiers units. They almost successfully even the legions both team had.
Yeah, that is a very nice defense. You can see their unit loss now is very similar. So, and there are still 3 minutes left. I think it still have possibility for Haka to defend this final base successfully. Now there are only 3 heroes. Okay, the assistance from the Triple A is coming.
Yes, I saw Genesisars that I did not saw a lot, and
they take their carries back to the
another
base.
troops of Yeoman finally go in. Triple A decide to take out whatever they still had because they have advantage of the units amount.
Yeah,
and the fire dance came back. This time they were greeted by a troops of Imperial Guard, the archer firing at the back.
And the Haka take their carries back to the final base. They are going to struggle to defend this.
But not good enough. Look at that archer firing at the back. Somebody have to deal with it, and another troops of Pilk Milita get in. Even though it's not a high tier unit, it could deal enough damage for whatever left it here. Still, a troops Imperial Guard. This one will turn things different. The Royal Genesisars dealing tons of damage.
It's both the final chance for the attackers and the defenders.
Wow.
As there are still very few units left for both sides. That is the final moments to defend and attack.
Both teams have all of their players on the ground. Still, defenders got a troops of Imperial Guard, Pike Milita at the front. Probably attackers didn't have any more high tiers units for now. Even though they have the cavalry, defenders still hold 2 troops of pikemen and some serfs.
Yeah, this is the serf combat now, and I have to say the defender side has an advantage on this map. They have more heroes left than Triple A.
Absolutely.
I noticed that the Haka is an old team of, if I remember, the house at the second place of the last 2 tournaments. If I remember well, because
then they must be good at this, right?
Yeah, they are. I remember very well the final combat of this CBL or Haka in this tournament, they also defined very well our continent police.
Wow, so they've been master at Constantinopolis. Now that they still got troops of Imperial Guard, the opponents got some serfs, not good enough to take over this. Attackers devastating, jumping over to point C, hoping to take a 1% or little more percentage of this final base, but no, not good enough. Haka denied it all.
Now the hero combat. Now we can see the Haka wipes the enemy heroes away from this final base. They are pursuing them outside the city. Now congratulates Haka to win the first match against Triple A.
Yeah, let's start with MVP from Triple A.
Triple
Yo, do you have? Can I have the honor?
I don't have no idea how to pronounce this name, but whatever. Congratulates the MVP from Triple A. He got 1 kill, 2 deaths, and 8 assists. Also got killed 119 troops. So let's switch side to see the MVP from Haka.
Yeah, the MVP from Haka is victorious. A nice thing bring you victory. Got 7 kills. That's really something. 8 assists and 81 troops killed. This one must be the Reaper. Very cool. Because Haka got a lot of hero killed around the final base when Triple A devastating to getting that final base. Haka actually using their units and heroes to, melt and slaughter lots of Haka players.
Yeah.
This one's really cool. I got to say that.
Very amazing. The defense for the final base. Firstly, the carry charge, then the surf combat, then the duel between heroes. That is amazing.
Yeah, they fight until the last. Attackers got 60 around units left. On the side of defender, they also have around 20 units left. That is something. It's the data showing that they fight until the end, right? The very end of this map, and
don't give out.
Haka just stand out a little bit.
Yeah, just to fight until the last minute. You still have a chance to win, just like what Haka showed. So let's see what will happen for this next match. The next match is still happened on Constantinopolis switching sides. So what Haka will do as attacker side?
Ooh, very cool. What do you think Haka would do?
I think it must be very similar to what Triple A did. That I stated as a very classical strategy, but only the difference on the destroy the wall. They don't destroy it at the very beginning.
Yeah, I noticed that for a long time.
They were stuck at this narrow gate.
Yeah, and they save all their championship.
Yeah, they save all their championship to the final base, but it seems that use it as possible. Whatever you think it's going to use it, just use it. Don't need to save it until the last minute.
Yeah, using the championship to destroy 1 or 2 troops of high tier units is great enough as a championship strike, right? Or you can use the championships to block the entrance of defenders or whatever. Let's just see if Haka's going to make the attack difference on Constantinopolis. Also, I really would like to say you guys use internals. Constantinopolis do have internals, but we never saw that before. Not in Asia Pacific, and it seems like that in South America too.
But tunnel is
it's
tunnel.
risky,
It's
but
just everyone can know you are under the ground, and I can just put some never guards or other units just at the gate to destroy you as soon as possible.
Yeah, it is.
This tunnel is not hidden enough for the attacker side.
Yeah, it's so funny to have the tunnel fight, right?
Yeah, so
I wish I would just have a glimpse of it.
But I remember in the Asia Pacific division, the defenders just take their carries outside the city and attack the defender side as the real attackers.
As the real attackers, that did. Indeed, they are, but most of the team wouldn't take such risky move, right?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Triple A will take such strategy to threaten the Haka, as this strategy is never shown in the South America tournament.
Yeah, I believe so, but if AAA do convey this one, that must be the great surprise for the opponents. Let's see if they have
Maybe-
this kind of idea.
Yeah, maybe Haka don't know how to react to the sudden attack and that
Wow.
and that too Pooh suddenly lost their mind in front of the carry float.
Yeah, that must be great. That must be great if they did so, but if they do not decide not to do that kind of strategy, it's quite understandable.
Yeah, so just
Yeah, if I were AAA, I am the kind of intimate person. I dare not do that kind of strategy. I would just like to fall back from A and B and make a strong formation around point C.
just take some normal strategy to reduce the risk. That is very, normal for all teams that I want to ensure my team can win and have high win rates instead of taking some possibility of very risky strategy. Although they may work very well, but sometimes they can't if they are not good as you see as controlling their covers.
Yeah, the understanding of coverage matters a lot in the tournament, right?
Yeah, so just looking forward to what will happen in this second match and to see if we can have the second team to join top 8.
Yeah, the
after
one
this
most
match.
left it, and the ones will keep on their journey, which will be the ones stand until the last. Both it could be anybody's game at this moment. Both teams have to perform your best and aim for that victory. The game is about to start, I believe.
Yeah, just to see how they are going to react as defenders or as the attackers after switching the start. Just the game office and Barbarians did for the last 2 matches.
Yeah, showing your understanding of the map and the units. Let's see whose strategy will prevail.
Yeah, which one is better?
Jessica, are
Which
we
one is-
about to start?
Hi, the K, are you looking forward to it?
I'm really looking
But I
forward to
can't.
it.
Yeah, I also can't wait to see what they are going to do. But why the match isn't going to start right now?
Like this exact moment, just can't wait for it.
I think it's-
Jessica, make it start.
Jessica, please urge your team to join the lobby and start the match. If not, we will be crazy in this tournament lobby.
Just can't wait because that last one is so intense. We rarely see some team fight could end up with 20 units left. It.
Oh yeah,
All your players on the ground, but 20 units left. It. That means you must control your units properly. You do not waste your life for nothing, right?
Yeah, you have to make full use of what you can use on the ground to make full use of chance to get the final victory and get chance to come out with our last championship. Will they
Like it.
continue the victory as the last time? Or
Yeah.
there will be a new championship occurred in this tournament. So counting the points again, the map shows the beautiful Sassy again and the sex Jessica to show this sexy every time at the beginning of the match. So let's see what they will do at the beginning. I think it should be a regular start. Well, for the attacker side, Haka take. Let's see what units they take. They both triple eight as the last match. They don't take too many high tier units. They also don't take any carry on the. Oh, they just take one carry on this. They take 3 carries on this map. The majority of them take gunners, Nafam guards, berserkers, shield maidens. I think they are going to make an infantry push formation. And from but they also only take one win for Sir, and others take gunners, shield maidens, loyal guards. Very similar to the last match, to be honest. So very looking forward to what they are going to do in this match. Now the game starts. Huh?
Mm?
Okay, players now are connecting to the match.
Yeah, a lot of pikemen attackers brought. On the side of defender, they got several high tier units, got enough the gunners.
And they don't decide to rush outside the city.
Yeah, sad that. We were really looking forward for defenders horse rushing. Ooh, this player got a cool screen.
Okay, back to the world now.
Back to the world, great.
Thanks, Jessica. Thanks, James. Maybe we are doing wrong.
Okay, cool that the defenders did not took use of the artillery yet. And attackers already using the system built mortar firing down the city wall. They probably this time they really don't bother to use that battering.
Yeah, they are still roaming around the ground, pushing the COG tower forward, but we can see there are two guys from Hakka climbing the wall to make some tricky attack and distract the attention. Maybe they are trying to attempt the Prince B.
Cool. That is sort of strategy. That one must be cool. But they feel the ladders got pulled down by the defender.
Yeah. So last match there are 2 or 3 heroes roaming around the point B, and the COG tower is approaching, but the left side is in danger as this one is on fire.
Yeah, the road to the supply point already be paved. The attackers, 2 troops of the unit, try to attack that supply point. Jessica, not that spot. Please, the A supply point, would you? I really would like to get a glimpse at that A supply point. I believe some troops of attackers were trying to sneak in on that broken city wall.
Yeah, but the defenders AAA is also preparing some of their units after the Megate to attack to interrupt the attack from Hakka.
Yeah, now Hakka go in both from the left side ladders and the right side breaking wall. 3 troops of units gathered already. I believe they are loyal guards, a lot of infantry, the pikemen. Just don't know yet if AAA is aware for this.
Yeah, I think AAA is decided to defend the points A and points B for a while. They don't decide to give it to Hakka as a free gift.
They won't definitely, but Hakka is going to tackle this regardless of your, if you're willing or not. Let's see how Hakka is going to do this. I believe I just witnessed a friendly fire from Hakka.
Yeah, and some of Hakka is using, I think they are using the bombards to... What?
That one's hurt. Oh my goodness, what's happening here?
Jessica, could you help to move the camera to the battlefield?
Oh yes, some of the dual blades lingering outer the city. I don't know if he's the one making those kills or not.
Yeah, but it's to be honest a bad start for the attackers as they lose 3 heroes at the beginning. The respawn time is limited though.
Yeah, the respawn time is short, but still, you've got some respawn limitation. And now, Hakka didn't seem to waste any time. Their players gather around at 3 entrances at the same time, just waiting for a sign, and they will go in.
Yeah, but are they going to take the point A and the point B at the same time, or just
Yeah, I believe so. At least they would like to attack several points to make Triple Eight fall into panic. Like what's happening here? Somebody already, trying point B and
Yeah.
not knowing Triple A would defend it or not. The gunners fire, but
No,
no
they
loyal guard or infantry is moving for it. Oh, I believe.
They don't decide to divide the B point and point B.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. At the same time,
Hakai is actually the city very fast. They taking the seven points, taking the A point, and taking the point B.
yeah, that's Musket got caught by the hammer. Rest in peace. And you could say that attack is going fast. You could also say that defenders fall back fast enough, right?
Yeah, but they don't lose any units. I think they focus on defining point C. This is the comeback towards.
Yeah,
It's
that
going to
was
start.
smart. Now, attackers still hadn't had enough time to build up their artillery. It's safe for Triple A to, regroup, heal up units, and
Yeah, the same as
exchange their units.
same as last match. The small group of targets are into the 7 points and not the point C, but they are easily swapped from this downstairs.
Yeah, because the Expedition 9 plus the supply point, the health is so much for them. They could heal up at any time. Look at all the green light on their bodies. That point is formidable. You might, when you're dealing damage, not enough to catch up with the speed your units healed up.
Yeah, we can see difference from Triple A. Hakai is using their champions attacking.
Destroy the wall,
Yeah.
right? And Hakai now is seeking for another entrance for point A. Start to build their artilleries, mortar firing down on the ground of point C.
Yeah, now we can see Hakai is regathering their units around this gate and destroy the wall.
They did. The attempt to attack that C supply point failed because of all that Nova Guard and Expedition Knight. They doesn't seem to attack it once more. Instead, they go back to aim at the point C.
But seems that they don't take a tunnel as an extra gate to attack the point C.
Oh yeah, that's the key.
The tunnel become a useless feature.
Don't mention it. I still wish someday I will be able to solve it.
So.
You're ruining my dream.
So the game I will enjoy in the tournament. I'm very looking forward to come to your match.
No.
Maybe the tournament between the K and the Cummings brother. Okay, well back to the match itself now.
Yeah, the match still now. The archers at the broken gate firing down, dealing some bleeding damage. This one's smart. I really like this archer, right? The name came Archer.
Namakan Archers is very common on today's match.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for a while in Asia Pacific, but a lot of them in this day, South America. Some serve, some pikemen, some militar, some shield maiden. Don't know which or where will they start to attack.
I think they put the majority of their units behind the destroyed wall, and we can see maybe I can't say if the red team already put their units behind this city wall to interrupt their attack from this destroyed
Oh yeah,
part.
they do. This one will be so smart.
Yeah, they also go through to the
Oh,
place from
yeah,
the
like-
navigate.
This is what we like to see. Attackers fall in from 3 gates at the same times. Imperial Guard at the front, Shield Maiden fall down, giving a buff, and then the pikemen go in. Even with low tiers, it's already enough to lower down your speed and do some serious damage. A lot of gunners firing at the back, but
Yeah.
probably not enough, or the attackers were all tanky.
Mm,
Oh,
But
probably it's enough since defenders got a lot of tanky guys in the front to block the damage.
Yeah, they
The gunners.
successfully definitely stopped the attack from the Haka.
Yeah, with the tanky guy, with the shield units and the gunner at the back, Triple A successfully stopped this round of the attack.
Yeah, great information of the attack units and the regular units. So the Haka have to back to the supply point and regathering their units again to make the second attack to the point C. But we still have 8 minutes left, so no worries. Just need to steadily start your strategy.
Yeah, impressive. And the units left right now is on the favor of Triple A. They got 200 units more than Team Haka. Don't know which of their units is better. Sometimes you got a lot of units, but they were all low tiers.
Yeah.
Then it's nothing, but no idea of what's left it for both team because when they're picking up units, it's quite even. They bring some high tiers, some low tiers, and mix them together to make their whole team. So no idea which ones units left are stronger.
Just waiting for the following comebacks. We'll know what they are going to take, what they are going to take to the battlefield. So now the Haka is gathering their units again.
Yeah, again they
still
sneak around,
take
but
the
this
destroyer
one,
war.
no idea if it's a fake attack or not. But they seem determined to get in from that destroyable city wall. Caught some of the Triple A players. This short sword is going to end up here.
The Triple A is outside the city. I suppose. Well, I
yeah,
imagine
both
that
teams
they are
are
going to
smart.
attack.
They all aiming for the back line of their opponents, like Haka did this time. They are having another supply point. Are you kidding me? This strategy is so rare. Imperial Spear got blocking the gate.
They decided to take the supply points before taking the point C. Oh, that is very
that makes
uncommon.
sense. And any of the responding Triple A member will be, block.
So I think they are going to make the third attack from this narrow gates.
No idea. It could have, attack from both sides at the same time. But
maybe they are going to attack from the back of the point C and the front of the point C.
Yeah, that must cause Triple A some problem. But as long as Triple A had C supplied in their hands, they still stood a chance to defend this one, just as the previous match. The gunners at the back line, shielders at the front line, and this time, there they go. It's the time for Haka to get in. Again, shield guys at the front. The shield maiden gathering up to give out buffs.
Yeah, Haka is going to destroy all the units from the Triple A. Will they success?
Probably. They have Nafar at the back this time. They have archers. They have the tanky guy that has the Imperial Guard.
They just steadily push forward and deal great damage to their enemies. So they are now successfully controlling the point C and take it over. But the
the show made in charge, but it's too late, bro.
Trying to jump into circle, but it's useless. To be honest, I suggest to escape from these points as fast as possible to save your response time.
Yeah, no, Haka don't want to give Triple A any time to breathe. They charge into the final base at the same time, even though it's not unlocked yet. They have the confidence. They will have get it in no time. Now the final base opened. Triple A got only 9 players on the ground. Some of them still in the way to respond. Alright.
Oh, they still back to the supply points. Maybe they are going to change units and then make regard the units again to attack the final base, or seeing that the heroes from the Triple A side is respawning and maybe they'll lose the best chance to attack the final base.
Yeah, they realized that the unlock time of final base is not perfect enough and their units are, wounded needs some time to heal up or some time to change. So Haka decided to fall back, regroup, and bring some else units come back.
Yeah, just need to wait their final attack on final base. There are 7 minutes left for both sides, and the unit number now are very similar, but not sure which parts have more high tier units.
Yes, I just said. So it must be. I would say it's very wise that Haka did not rush in at the very second. Right now, they got times to build up artilleries. Look at all the mortar at the Ultra City. This must be hurt a lot. The AAA have to watch out to the sky at any moment for before the mortar will be fired on.
To avoid any fire from the Haka team.
Yeah, also they have to hide their units carefully under the shelter, or this mortar would cause them tremendous problem.
Yeah, and we can see the Haka is recalling their cavalries back to the ground. There must be a very intense cav charge on the final base with the help from their infantry.
Oh, that there's a dual play under the help of the glaives, and the muskets successfully get out. Some tiny team fight happening at the round gate, but now it's over. That's the funny part of Conqueror Split League. Team fight happens here and there. Some of them last long, some of them did not, and like this poke damage stage, some of them last long.
Yeah, as you can see, there are 30 guys on the same map. It's very easy to have some small fights between 1 or 2 players. Like, hey, I found you, I needed to kill you.
Yeah, that's the spirit of dual plays, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the dual plays from blue team making some try to get a proper kill but fail. The AAA members are very careful about this.
Yeah, that is good. They just need to steadily defend their final base. They still have a chance, don't need to be worried about it. And now we can see Haka is still using their mortals to attack, and the small fight here has already finished.
4 minutes left it. With that close supply point, I believe Haka could have 1 or 2 waves to attack, but they have to seize on the moment. Not much time to waste for them. They have to make decision at the very second. They have to enough poke damage, causing AAA around 20 legions. But if they decide to poke forever, the point wouldn't be theirs, right?
Yeah, I think Haka is really taking care of their attack. They won't attack directly without any good preparation. They just wait to find a good moment to initiate
so here
the
they
attack.
go again. Loyal guards from the show maidens get in, and also with the loyal Genesisars with the Imperial Guard, the brutal fight about to begin. At the front gate, Triple Eight is already there to welcome them with their own Expedition Knight and the Loyal Guard. All tanky enough to fight against each other. It's up to the short sword member could they break the formation of their opponents.
Yeah, we can see only 3 heroes from Triple A is defining the final base. The blue team is struggling to jump into the circle to control this final base. The majority of their units are stuck at the main gate combating with Triple.
And the show maiden get her at the final base. This one will cause huge trouble. You know how tanky the show maiden could be. They could add some defense buff, and it would be so hard for Triple A to get back here. The coverage came in. This one's smart. The yeoman's come in and nobody's noticed of it. No pikeman to there to stop it.
Yeah, that's now we can see the Haka may be in trouble with them, but we can see the Akari is killed again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they are not good as you see. Carries all carries charge are interrupted very quickly.
Yeah, they did, but they still dealt enough damage before that. The yeoman's so perfect to rush in and out at this final squad, and I believe Haka did not participate this.
I think they didn't predict that they will take carries and arrive at this final base
Yeah, but they
time.
did not predict this. They don't have enough spearmen to stop that yeoman.
Yeah, and there are only 2 minutes left. I'm not sure if Hakaka regarded their units and take the final attack to the final
It's so
base.
cool that both teams have units still even, but attackers have some heroes respawning. Not much time left, and this respawn will cost a lot of time. They must have to do something else. They do not have the chance to using their time, growing up slowly, poking damage. No, this time they have to make some try.
Yeah, this
Like
is the
that
final
dual
moments
blaze,
for
but
them.
this one's too risky. The dual blaze alone came into the back line of Triple Eight, with all of their infantry coming from the main gate. This one would be heavy. I saw a yeoman from Triple Eight heading back in the yard. We rush in the time needed. An Imperial Spear Guard at the front. This tanky, some serve, some pike militar. Would it be enough? And the Wing Hussars, this is what we like to see. This is what's going to turn things differently. The Wing Hussar go in, dealing wholesale damage because there's no pikemen for Triple A to stop it. And then I believe Triple A still got a troops of yeomen, just no idea where they will come in. Imperial Guards already there. Will be hard for the yeomen of any enemy coverage to rush in now. 30 minutes left. Time ticking up for Hakan. They would have get this if time's a little bit longer of their units there, but so much of short sword in the point. Oh, tanky. So hard for Haka to wiping them out in the time needed.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left. There are still many heroes alive on the final base. They are going to struggle to
Yeah, look at that.
And that is a very pity for Haka to not able to take this.
They took full control of it, but no time left.
Yeah, but very nice defense. Haka with 2 cows to charge and a very nice attack from I think I said wrongly. Well,
yeah, but anyway,
nice
3 minutes fight from both teams, right? Good
Yeah.
defense and good attack. Attacker do took full control of it, but the defenders,
Yeah,
knowing how
the final carry charge with the Hussar charge from the Haka, but the time is very few for them to make the final take to the base.
yeah, so I believe we're going to have a
The
third match.
on Grassland, the field battle.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
first field battle South American division. So let's just talk about the MVP for both sides.
So this time we got Haka Movist, who got 5 killed, 11 assists, that's something, and then he got 85 troops killed.
And the MVP from Triple A is Lord W. He got 5 kills, 2 deaths, and 6 assists. Also killed 130 units. You can see the results of both teams are all amazing.
Absolutely, both teams have conducted a cool strategy of it, and just would like to mention that both MVP were dual blades.
Maybe Duval is good at make some sneaky attack to their enemies.
We can saw that how much Duble is trying to, sneak to the back line, get some proper kill, and make opening for his team to engage. Very cool
very
fight.
good game, I have to say. So can't wait to the third time this third match, which will be held on
Grassland,
which will decide the second top 8 team in today's tournament.
So who would be the final winner? This time, it's kind of up to the coverage. We know how wide Grassland are. You gotta pay attention and support 3 point at the same time. It's a real task for both teams.
Yeah,
Did you guys practice Grassland? If not, it's still.
I think they practice a lot if they are.
Yeah, if
join
they're
the
aiming for the
tournament.
champion, you will prepare for this.
Yeah.
You know how strong your opponent's going to be.
Maybe some teams are too confident to abandon the Grassland practice. I'm not sure about maybe.
Probably, but if you say that again, if you are aiming for the champion, you must have prepared for this, right? sometimes you will meet opponents strong enough, forcing it into a third round, and that's time for the grassland fight, right?
Yeah, time for the House Russian and the Shield Maiden performance. This is a very good place for host masters.
Cavalry master, show yourself who's going to be better on this map. Grassland sort of even no separation from attackers and defender. You start balanced with similar, units, and you don't have advantage at all unless you got a proper understanding of the map. We saw several different kind of strategy on grassland in previous day, right?
Yeah, some of them focus on point C, but some of them just focus on taking other points instead of to directly heading to the point C. And some of them will, as this C point is a triangle, some of them will put their infantry and shield miners to attack the carries charge from their enemies. So I think it will be the same as what Haka and AAA are going to do.
I really like the idea that show maidens able to charge to the point at the same time. Because show maiden, these ladies are so strong and they move really fast. They provide buffs for their teammates. A very useful units in grassland.
Yeah, Shield Maiden is our first female unit. I'm very glad to see that on this battlefield we have different gender units finally.
Finally. And just would like to mention that did you saw a lot of berserkers in today's map?
Berserkers, they don't take too
much
many
of them. Yeah, I saw for some teams they would like to bring berserkers, sneak around. Berserker is very formidable when in face with the back line.
Yeah, I remember that the match of the Wing House, they
just getting huge trouble by 2 troops of berserkers.
They have big problems with berserkers.
Only 2 troops of berserkers will cost them a point.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know what to say. It's just so powerful with proper use.
Yeah.
But not so much berserkers these days. I believe our players in South America prefer Seeker and Show Maidens. I saw that in every match today. Expedition Knight. They have proved how powerful it is around when defending the point.
And Naka Hatchers.
Yeah, Naka Hatchers. Naka Hatchers cause you bleeding. Also a good unit to pick when doing some poke damage. Then I saw a lot of Imperial Spear God, the tanky guy. Miss is so long. I haven't seen it for several seasons. Like I miss it so much. But yeah, did not see it for a long time ever since the season before, not season before, next season. We got Loyal Guard, also tanky, also powerful, could deal serious damage. We saw at this day Loyal Guards definitely took over the place of that Imperial Guard because they could also do that tanky damage. They could also take the damage, and they could do damage at the same time.
But the doctrines are forbidden on the tournament server, so sometimes we need to change the unit that we are used to do in the normal COG battle.
Yeah, you got a point. The doctrine is totally forbidden, therefore the unit pick would be different from what we had in the online server.
Yeah, in the online version, so that is the charming part of the tournament. So we can have chance to see the brand new performance without doctrine on the units.
Yeah, without doctrine on the units, this fight would be more even. And
so let's see how about the tournament lobby. Are they entering the lobby? We can't wait to see the first battle, first field battle.
Yeah, the very first field battle on our South America division. Let's see how it's going to work. Are you guys going to use the cavalry to determine who's the better, or probably they will insist on carrying all the infantry? That's the cases. I mean, that works.
But the is very messy with all the infantry infantry will reduce your speed.
Then pick 10 troops of secret show maidens. You can see those lady rush in the node at the grassland.
But you forgot to pack Ferris pack, poor Ferris pack.
Oh, yeah,
Can we show you in the tournament?
Yeah, guys, this is teams. The Fenrir's pack, they move so fast. They will
so
probably outrun that gunners.
They can even jump.
Yeah, they can even jump. Why not?
So okay, while you join the tournament, please do remember to take a Ferris
Alright,
pack.
if someday I would be qualified enough to join the tournament, I would, firstly pick Cantinopolis, use the turtle. Yeah, and I will use the furnace pack to the grassland.
I do take all infantry.
I'll take all infantry. I will use the furnace pack with the
then you'll be fired after the tournament ends.
And I might end up my journey soon.
I just have to say good luck to the case team.
No, I think my team would I don't know. I think my team would able to carry IQ 200 place with their commander smart as I did.
Will Conquer's brother be your mate? If so, you will be in trouble. Two guys taking infantry on Grassland. Really looking forward to it, to be honest. So the game starts on Grassland.
Finally began. We can see the bacon on 3 point, quite distant from each other.
Also, the set scene of Grassland, I think, is the only time we can see the map without any battlefield and destruction. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. And let's see the units they brought for now. A lot of pikemen over there. Some wind hussars, a little yeomen, but a lot of pikemen. Some of them bring infantries only. Like I said, the secret show maiden with the Imperial Guard in the Pike Milita. What's the matters? They could slow everything, right?
Haka take a lot of shared maidens, but while the AAA doesn't take anything.
The AAA even brings.
You dislike our female units, I'm very sad.
Yeah, let's see who's going to win. This is going to be strange. Alright, at the very first starting of the map, Team Haka bring only 1 troops of cavalry. On the side of AAA, they have 4 or at least 5 troops of cavalry. But with the secret show maiden Haka have, they still stood an even chance to attack. Let's see which point are they going to seize at this moment.
The majority of them heading to the point B, the critical point on this map.
Yeah, the majority, as you said, the majority of both teams heading to B. Not sure which one will be better, will be sooner. AAA going to claim point A. On the other side, Haka will take full control of point C. Now it's all up to B. Whoever claim point B would able to, make their opponent's gate open.
Yeah, now
with the cavalry, AAA God, they proceed to point B at the very first moment. They even build up their artilleries. The arrow launcher firing down. I saw the long sword try to stop AAA from taking full control of point B, but failed. The gunners and the yeomen already there. Now that the pikemen of Haka get in, but a little bit late. The crossbow, do you notice the yeomen charge on the back? The cross.
I think Haka is kind of lost their mind at this point. They don't know what's happened from AAA, and they don't take any coverage to charge into points B, although there are some pikemen already prepared to anti-charge, but apparently Haka now lose the advantage on the point B.
Absolutely. And that's just going to see if they would able to stop AAA from getting any further. Another troops of Imperial Guard get in. Not sure what it's going to do. Are they going to make some try to set foot in point B or not.
I don't see their intention on this point B. They just staying at behind the wall with their fragments and their assistants, but their teammates are coming to assist their attack to the point B.
Yeah, but they have to cross over all that Pac-Man to get to the gunners. The gunners at the back line doing huge damage. They would like to build a cannon, but fail another is there to stop it.
Yeah, but why he set up?
Now
here?
that your man charge in.
Yeah, the human charging, but the Pac-Man killed them all. Now the AAA static arteries on the point B seems they have a huge advantage on defining these points. But they all focus on defining point B instead of heading to the point C and the final base of Haka. And now Haka, the majority of the Haka team is rushing into the point B, and now they are taking to the point B step by step, steadily and quickly. The courage charge killed all units on the ground from the AAA team, and the AAA team just.
But the AAA team still struggle to get it back.
This just show the guys still is struggling to stop their attack from the Haka team, but it doesn't work very well as there is a single hero.
Then another troops of your men go in, but just got vapored by the defense of Haka. They would have got those.
Yeah, now the
point B is under the control of Haka totally.
Yeah, we have the Haka now this duel is heading to the base of.
But the base is guarded by a lot of the teammates.
But this guy is surrounded by AAA. They are all heading to this dual
yeah,
blade.
The dual blades, you are in danger. You got a little too far. Oh, the Malvas, I remember you, bro. Be careful next time. Even when you're invisible, it's not it's not for long. You still had to find some place to hide.
Yeah, you are alone in the surrounded by the old teammates of AAA. You should wait for your teammates for some time for a short while.
Absolutely. And now the situations go back to point B. Cavalries versus Pikeman. Which one would be the winner today?
Depends on their control of courage charge and the pikeman, but we can see there's not too many difference on the units numbers, so hard to predict.
Yeah, hard to predict. We saw that arrow launcher up at the hill, no one would be able to stop it. They fire freely down upon point B, causing huge trouble for Haka. And the units, the Imperial Guard and the Yeomen already gather around back at the shelter of the point B. Yeah, and the crossbow causing some troubles for Haka, but crossbow dare not proceed too much. They are also terrified by the cavalries.
Attacked from the AAA, still stopped by the Team Haka. That is, but there are still 5 minutes left for AAA team to take point B back, and we can see there are 1 and 2 heroes now heading to the final base, and point A. Are they just going to distract the attention from AAA team?
High possibly. Some distraction in some percentage of the final base is always welcomed. Now time for AAA charging. Ooh, this one's tremendous. But the pikemen then filled in the Imperial Guards over there fighting the pike Melita, and this push is not pretty enough, the Yeoman charge in the Wind Hussar's charge at the same time all get melted by the Imperial Guard. We still got another wave of Yeoman lingering outside from Triple K.
Yeah, the charge from Triple K still was interrupted by the Hakas again. But we can see Haka lose a lot of units that Triple A.
Yeah, because they have to use the infantries against the cavalries. No idea how much it cost them.
Yes.
Probably cost them a lot of Imperial Guard. If whatever left it is low tier serfs or pike militia, then they will be in trouble. Hope they did not. I do hope they still got a lot of strong infantry to hold on to this point. They still got 3 minutes to go. Triple A could attack at least twice.
Yeah, Triple A is regarding their units, and I think they won't give up taking point B.
I agree, they won't.
They also have to take this point B back to attack, to continue their following attack to other points.
Yeah, with the units advantage they had, with the artillery they could use, Triple A still got a lot of chances to took over point B.
But Triple A seems just roaming around the ground and don't make an attempt to attack point B.
Yeah, they did. Now it's time for them to go in. The Yeoman at the front, pike militia followed, and the troops of I believe it's Yeoman charged from the back, but right into a push of Imperial Guard. This Imperial Guard pushed perfectly. The ground is all overflowed by the Yeoman of Triple Eight. This one's so good, showing the powerful charge of the Yeoman. And now Haka got their pikemen back, but chased by yet another troops of Yeoman. How much Yeoman charge do you had?
So
Triple Eight really impressed. I believe all the infantry are now wiped out around point A, and Haka unit had Hana hero struggled to stand a little bit longer around the point, but
Haka's English is dropped dramatically. I think they have to lose this point B as there are only 400 units left for them. They lose too many units on defending this point B as they hopefully they take their assistance back to the point B that I think they never imagined that they will be chased by another group of cavalry.
Too much Yeoman Triple A brought and Triple A attack very gratefully. They go in waves after waves. They trick out the push of Imperial Guard, and the next wave of Yeoman go in. Then there's no more pikemen there to stop it. Now Haka seems up to something. Probably they would like to get a point A to make it turn over. For the time is tick talking. They have to get at least one more point to seize the victory. On the other side, all Triple A got to do is hold on to this 2 point until the time run out.
Yeah, but to be honest, Haka is very in trouble with their units, and now the Triple A just need to hold their own points on and defend them well to stop the attack and the attempt from Haka. They will steadily but slowly to get the final victory, and as you can see, there are only 30 seconds left for both sides. Can I say congratulations to Triple A in advance?
I think you could. 20 seconds left, not enough to take full control of any of the point, unless they figured some way to step foot on the final base of their opponents. But I don't think they were going to do it. So early congratulations towards Triple A.
Yeah, for 24 minutes. For 3 seconds or 1 second. Okay, congratulations Triple A to become the second top 8 team of today's tournament.
Very cool. And let's introduce the MVP from Hiccup first. Hiccup, you guys got victorious. Got 3 kills, 4 assists, and 69 troops kill.
Yeah, very nice. Good game, victorious. And let's switch aside to Triple A. Jessica? Or James?
Jessica, James.
Okay, I think it's the same VP of the first match. Cosmopolis congratulates the MVP of Triple A. However, she got So he got 3 kills, 2 deaths, and 7 assists. Also killed 60 and 6 troops. That's
Very cool stuff they did.
That's defense and attack on the point B.
Yeah.
To say the tournament of today, South American Division is totally ended.
Yeah, it's over for today, but you guys could come back later. In the nighttime, we still got some Asia Pacific match to go. But for South America, we gotta wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, we still have a lot of matches left for South American Division. If you are still interested or you are still looking forward to it, don't miss it out.
Don't miss out. So come back tonight, guys, or you would like to come back tomorrow. We'll see you again.
See you again.
Bye.
And have a good night. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.
We are writing the history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides speak using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We are writing the history. The history about each and every one of us. Legends are not born out of a thin air. They might begin with a charge, with the losing of a single arrow, or with us bravely standing our ground.
Both sides be using cavalry and it's a massacre. Come on, what's gonna be there? More and more blue floating right here through the city gates.
We are the ones telling our legend. And this is our moment. We